So you must be able to endure hardship as a minister. I've never seen any minister that is not going to go through hard times. Please don't feel bad. As we advance, I trust God to just teach us a few principles that can help you make this easy for you a little bit. But there are things that are processed. No matter how you do, you can't really escape those ones. Is that okay? In the days that God is taking you through certain process, no matter what you do, God will not pity you, and it's for your own benefit. When you go into NDA, you see all those Tama 1, Tama 2, all those guys, nobody pity them. They go through the process, and when they are done, they are decorated. In the same way that we pitying you is cheating you. So those seasons and those moments of prayer, fasting, separation, when you wake up, all your friends desert you, you just wake up, everybody just forsake you. You that you used to be the beloved of everybody, suddenly you become a lone ranger. Now you are all alone. Those are moments and times of training. A moment when you need to be able to endure. Everybody that pursues God have about 3 protocols. The first protocol is the protocol of consecration. As a minister, whether you like it or not, that hardship that is telling you about is the first protocol. In that word, enduring hardship as a soldier because you are called is what we call the protocol of inclusion. The first protocol is consecration. How that God separate you unto himself. He called them first of all to himself, right? He said, follow me and I will make you. So there is no minister that is going to really be made by God that has not left everything to follow. Do you know, if I tell you follow me, you have to leave what you are doing to follow me? You cannot follow me and doing another thing again. When the apostle was talking about the guy that came to me and said the Lord said he's going to mentor him, he's going to father him and everything, and after 2 months the guy came and stayed in his house, after they did some prayers, about 5 hours prayer, the guy now say, is that how they used to do the prayer? After the next month, the guy packed his things and ran away and broke his SIM card. He's still looking for him till now. The guy is not willing to do what? Follow. Jesus said, follow me and I will make you. When Elijah met Elisha, he told him to follow him. Cast this man to follow him. When he cast that mantle upon him, he said, follow. He said, no, let me go and do this. Let me say, see, Oga, I can't wait. I'm going. Follow. But do you realize that if Elisha did not left everything and follow, he would have not become Elisha? You can't follow part-time. You have to follow full-time. If you are not consistent in following, you can never be made. What truncate process is not being consistent in following. If you are following and you are being consistent following, you make the process faster. The reason why many times people remain and they don't become anything is because they truncate their process of following. And no matter how anointed, how spiritual you are, God is going to point you to somebody you must follow. It's true. Minimum of 1 person. Most times God will point you to many people, but at least it's not possible for you to just emerge like that. That you just go to Mountain Everest and you stay there after 100 years. You now emerge. You now appear. Bah! It's a lie. You are an endangered species. You need to be quarantined. Everybody that has a testimony of being sent by God actually has a time of what? Following. And that word following, like I said, engender and is a combination of quite a lot of things. Number 1 is consecration. It means that you are separated onto an assignment. Every minister, before God give him a voice, is consecrated to God. That moment where you no longer belong to yourself. Many years ago, the Lord appeared to me. He said, Philip, Cephas, you belong to me. I belong to God. And from that very moment, I knew that I am not my own again. I am not my property. I know you have your own life, I don't. Because Jesus appeared to me, he told me, you belong to me. And that time I thought I belonged to myself, because myself feel like drinking sometimes, so I drink. Myself feel like smoking sometimes, so I smoked. Myself feel like anything, so I do it. Anything myself feel like, I do it. But when the Lord say you belong to me, so anytime I feel like something, I have to check and ask God for mercy. I get my point now. And after those moments of consecration, I now realize that you are separated to God for Him to begin to teach and equip you. When a thing is consecrated, it means that it's sacred. It means that it is holy. It means that it is an allotment that is for the deity. It's an apportionment for the gods. When a thing is consecrated, it becomes a sacrifice. Romans 12 said that ye offer yourself as a living sacrifice. So that is consecration. I get my point now. There is no minister that God will ever use that is not consecrated to Him. A babalawo is consecrated to a deity. Every priest of any village is consecrated to that altar of that village. Is that true now? Apart from consecration, the next thing is separation. You must be called out from among people. All of us are connected to somebody else. I mean, you have sister, you have brother, you have friends, you have this, you have that. It's very beautiful. In fact, we even say blood is thicker than water. But when God wants to work with you, there are things He won't tell your friend, He won't tell your brother, He won't tell your sister. In fact, He will separate you from all of them. Let me tell you, in your days of following God, you are going to quarrel with all your friends. I mean all. Even that your best friend, you call best friend, you have issue with the person. You will separate. It's not because something is wrong with you or something is wrong with the person. It's because it's a season. I get to my point, where God have to separate you to Himself. Because consecration is now that you belong to God. Now you are a living sacrifice unto God, which is good. But it's possible for all of us now to be a living sacrifice to God. But our process in God are different, right? And because our process in God are different, God has to separate us differently. Just like the way they used to do fractional distillation of petroleum, right? When they put heat, suddenly all of the carbon begin to separate according to different heat and whatever, and they go through different channels. When the process is activated, you and your friend together, speaking in tongues together, going to church together, going to prayer meeting together, catching the same seed, begin to have different kind of encounters, different kind of revelations, different kind of problem, different kind of worries. And before you know it, you just discover that guy, as if something is wrong with us being together. I now demand that God wants you to always be alone. And the friend like, why are you not talking to me? The person is calling, you are not picking. It's not because you don't want to pick, but you just feel as though you just don't need to pick this call now. The person says, okay, can we go out? Let's see this other of our other friend. That click thing, okay, let's gather together and pray together. Let's do this. It's not bad, but now God now wants you to be alone. And now you begin to stay alone most times. You're no longer with your friends all the time. You meet them once in a while and you leave them. Sometimes you are together with them and yet again you are missing being alone. It's a season of separation. These are the things that make great men.